Good morning. At least it's morning here in Huntsville, Alabama. I'm Stuart, and this is vlog number 6. I'm just going to share a bit about my past week, because this is what my Monday morning or Monday updates are, just an overview of this past week, or the previous week. And so I shared last week how I was wanting to get into prayer and kind of strategy, outline, planning for my coming weeks and months of being here in Huntsville, Alabama in preparation for my time to go back to Australia. And days got busy, things changed, plans came about. I went to my brother's house, I went different places, and I wasn't as intentional in my prayer time, unfortunately. But thankfully, when Thursday, Friday came around, God had been revealing different areas of my life of fear that have been taking place, and I'm with the crew, I'm in the boat with everyone else of having feared new things, uncertain events, financial stability, public speaking, and all of this, and yet I've seen incredible growth and change, and even a deepening of trust in the Lord in those areas. So in the midst of that process, I saw how little things were holding me back, little things of fear, just from things, even though I wasn't doing anything wrong, even though I'd be capable, even though it would be good to ask a question of somebody, but fear would hold me back for those little situations. And so through the process, I wrote my last blog post on "Today I'm truly free" out of 1 John 4:18, and how perfect love casts out fear. There is no fear in love. And it was just so encouraging just to see God bring me through that process and just to walk me through areas that I actually doubted Him and His love for me, and how powerful His love was, and how my fear or my high honor and respect of Him isn't as high as it should be compared to my fears of other people, of situations, my fear of myself and my insecurities and my weaknesses, and that, God, I want to trust You, I want to honor You, I want to fear You even above anything and anyone and anything else. And so it's been a good process of being able to just write that out, just get it out there, and how I'm fighting fear by talking about my fears. And so it's just a great opportunity to be able to share about it and just be real, and how I'm still on a journey, we all are, but God's incredibly faithful and good to us all. So I'm thankful for the opportunity, so give it a look-see. It's just down below if you haven't read it. I encourage you, and to fight your fears and trust the Lord and just bring them to Him and daily, because that's what He wants. He wants us to live a life free of fear, of things that aren't to be feared, but only He is to be feared and to be loved. And then I was also asked to share in a small group, so on Sunday I had an opportunity to share, and I was thinking it might be 10 to 20 minutes of share time. And so I did a kind of an overview outline of how to share, of the 2 different parts of staffing a school from January to June, and then doing a school from July to December, and just bits and pieces and more important events in between. And so it was just a great opportunity to share, but I wasn't really sure actually what to expect. So when I got there, it turns out I had an hour to share, and so I got to sharing and just started. But it was challenging in some ways, of how it was Sunday evening, it had kind of been a long day, some people were tired, others were really engaged, so it was kind of a mixed group. But I was, again, thankful for the opportunity, since it was my first time since being back, to be able to share about my experience. So got to sharing and had Q&A at the end, and was actually asked some challenging questions about finances and what are you looking to do, what are you going to do here, what are you doing next. And thankfully I was able to just have my wits about me and Holy Spirit about me to be able to answer those as clearly and as best as I could. And even some areas that had previously been uncomfortable and I'd been fearful of. So it really showed me how I'd grown in those areas, and seen how much God has been actively at work in me to be able to answer questions about finances that I've been fearful, so fearful of before. And so one question came about of, how did you get a heart for missions? And it's kind of been my involvement and experience in missions that has gotten me the heart for it. And how I was just sharing how, well, so many people don't grow up, or they grow up but not hearing about the gospel, and how I had the opportunity to. I'm so blessed by it, and how people are dying, and they haven't heard the gospel. And I was sharing that, I went and I brought myself to tears at the stark truth and the reality of the matter, and how it's so hard that I'm often my biggest obstacle from sharing the gospel, and how I want to do it more, and I don't really see the weight and the importance of it as I should when I say it is, and I hear about it and we preach about it, and it's like the gospel, it transfers people, it transforms nations, it changes societies, and it makes life better and all this stuff. But I don't do it all enough. I don't do it enough, and I don't do it all the time, and I want to. And so there's a kind of a pause after that. I was just in tears and just looking through blurred eyes at people, and it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable silence of just the truth of the matter sinking in. And the fan above us was just kind of creaking a bit, and we just kind of looked around, just kind of weighing the truth of who God is, and His truth, and His word, and the power behind it. And thankfully, more questions came, and the night ended with some games and discussion and a meal and everything. But that still kind of sits with me, that I want to share the gospel more. I want to not just do more updates on how I've been doing or write more blog posts, but also getting out there. And so I maybe doing things differently. I don't think I'll fit it into this video, but I will probably write it down below. But I'll be doing things differently. And so if you'd be praying for me and what I do, since I'm not exactly sure what I'll be doing, I would really appreciate your prayers. And so thank you for watching this video and this update. I hope you have a great day and a great week. Again, I would love for you to ask me anything. If you want to email me or message me on Facebook, I welcome that. Any questions about what I'm doing, how you can get involved, if you want to support me, or if you have prayer requests, or just want to know what this is all about and why I am and what is it. I'd love to send you some links and some information and different things. So again, I'll try to put some of that down below. And lastly, before I leave, there's a great song by Steffany Gretzinger called There Is No Fear in Love, and so I'm going to link that in here as well. So just for your encouragement about fighting your fears